Those of you that attended on Monday, I sent you a handout with the activities that we did. If you need a copy of the balance exercises to practice, please send me an email. I will send both balance class activities out this weekend as a recording with many other classes, so you all will have things to do, as we are closed on Monday, so there will only be a balance class on Wednesday. Just so you know, it's Demi's birthday on Saturday, and so therefore the sign. Now, we have changed the numbers back and forth several times. To us, it looks like it says happy birthday backwards and 26. But you can let me know what you see. Anyway, we're going to review quickly the standing exercises. For those of you that have a ball like this one here, whoops, please do not trip on it like I did. I will go through some ball exercises for you to do also for core strength. Those of you that do not have a ball can do the same exercises on the chair. So we're going to start first by reviewing the standing exercises. The key to balance is stimulating all the muscle activity to respond. So I want you to start with your feet hip-width apart and shift your weight gently side to side, keeping your feet flat. And notice that there's more pressure under the right side when you lean right and left when you lean left. Shift and shift. As a review, the three systems that contribute to your balance are your vision, your somatosensory system, which is nerve endings in your muscles, your joints, your bones. It tells you your skin. It tells you that, let's say there's a rock in your shoe, or the stove may be hot, but it won't be red, so you won't be able to tell. Those are the nerve endings sending messages to your brain. The third system is your inner ear. So today we'll do things with your eyes open and eyes closed. Shifting your weight side to side, I want you to put a hand on the chair. Close your eyes and continue to shift your weight. If at any time in this class you're uncomfortable and your eyes are closed, open them up immediately. If you fatigue, feel free to sit in the chair. Open your eyes now and come back to center. I want you to shift your weight forward and back. And I'm going to do it this way so you can see that there's a much smaller range of motion as I shift forward and back. And notice that as I shift forward, your toes will really start to grab to stop you from falling forward. My knees are soft. They're not in a squat and they're not locked. They're right in between, so my muscles are activated. As you continue to shift forward and back, close your eyes. Feel free to have your hand on the chair if that's helpful. Nice deep breaths. Open your eyes and come back to center. Good, okay. So now the key to standing on one foot at a time would be shifting your weight completely over one foot. The way I can tell, and now I can see myself, if I put my hands in the prayer position, soft knee, I'm going to shift my weight. Once I'm at the point where my nose or my fingers sit right over that foot, I know that I can pick up the other leg. You can start by shifting and tapping, because it takes some confidence to shift your weight all the way and then pick up the other foot. Feel free to do this and hold on. As you hold on, you build strength and confidence in your muscles. Good. Now open your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Shift your weight now to your other foot. And again, you can start with a prayer position and look down. Is the center of my body over the center of the foot? If so, tap that unweighted foot, and when you're ready, lift it up. Good. You're looking great. So last time I gave you some homework assignments. I will give you the same ones, and I want you to add one to it. The one I want you to add is standing on one leg at a time for an extended period of time. Shake it out. I'm being fairly vague because we're all at different levels of balance challenge and different joint issues. So as you stand on one leg, I want you to start with 10 seconds. Holding on is fine. There was a research study put out many years ago. It was a double-blind study, and this is important for all of us as we get older. If you could stand on each limb, left and right, one leg at a time, for 1 minute, 3 times a day, or 3 minutes on each leg, it was equivalent to the weight-bearing effect for osteoporosis of walking for 53 minutes. No cardio benefit, but good for balance, strength, and the pounding effect that we need to keep our muscles dense. Okay, so we've shifted side to side, we've rocked forward and back, eyes open, eyes closed. Pardon me. Today I want you to circle. So shift your weight to your left foot, and then toward the front of your feet, and then to the side, and then back. Shift left, forward, side, and back. Now touch the chair and continue to do that. As you close your eyes, you're triggering that somatosensory system, so the nerve endings that tell you there's more pressure in one place or another, and you're stimulating your inner ear. Now pause and circle back the other way. Try not to hold your breath. Open your eyes, come back to center. Wonderful. You're doing a great job. Now let's try that tandem stance, or what I call the tightrope. If you're, whichever foot you want to do first, you're welcome to. Make sure you're close enough to a chair or a counter to hold on. And you're going to bend both knees. You want to check and see, do I feel the same amount of pressure under my front foot as I do my back foot? So here we go, both knees bent. You're going to stand nice and tall. Again, hold on if you want to. Even weight distribution forward and back. And now, hold on to the chair. I want you to close your eyes and see what happens to your balance. If you wobble too much, open your eyes. And now, everyone, open your eyes. Beautiful. Let's roll the feet forward and back. And now we're going to switch to the other side. So, tandem stance or tightrope stance, one foot in front of the other. Bend both knees. Make sure you have enough weight so it's evenly distributed front to back. Relax the arm. Nice. If you're having trouble stabilizing, focus your eyes on one spot across the room and keep them focused there. Now, I want you to hold on to the chair, close your eyes. Nice deep breaths. And open your eyes. Good. Sit back to the center. Shake out your legs. The next exercise that I had everyone do was stand up, sit down. It's critical for balance that your legs maintain strong and that the muscles maintain their activation level. If I lock my knees, all the pressure's on my joints. So I'm going to ask Demi to come and assist with this, please. If I said to you, I want you to stand in the strongest position you possibly can, I'm not sure what that would look like. I'm going to have you come stand right here.
Oh, stand right here?
Okay,
This
yeah.
way or this
So
way?
you're actually going to push me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No problem with that, right? So if I said to you, stand strong, what that looks like is soft knees, tight through your core. And now, Demi, go ahead and push me. Okay? Now, if I'm going to turn to the side and have her push me forward and back. As soon as Demi pushes, and she's no weakling here. Okay, that's enough. Oh my gosh, she's on vacation mode. Don't be touching me yet. This is not COVID acceptable. Okay, so the idea is to stabilize your body, especially when you're small or fragile in any way and you're walking along the street. Social distancing is helpful now, but people may bump into you, and if you're not stable, you're going to fall over. Our tendency is to lock our joints, so stabilize your joints, okay? The exercise, thank you, Demi, you are excused. The next exercise is stand up, sit down. And I wrote on that paper 5 times for every meal you sit down. So the idea again, build strength in your quads and the hamstrings. You're going to back up to a chair that's not going to move. Make sure your legs are touching. You're going to lead with your bottom. So bottom to the back, as slowly as you can. Lower yourself down. You'll notice my hands extend to counterbalance my weight. Awesome. Sit forward in the chair. You can tell that my knees now are vertical. My lower legs. In order to get up, it's easier to pull your feet back just a little bit and lift, drive through your heels. So 5 of these each meal. Sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back. Try and do it without dropping at any point, and then lean forward and press up. 5 of those. Let's do 3 more. If your leg muscles are really strong, you can hover. So don't exactly sit down. I call this the airport hover. And then press up through your heels. When you're holding that position, hold for at least 3 seconds. We have 2 more. Sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, breathe, hold, 2, 3, lift. Make sure that your chair is tall enough for you. This one is actually too tall, so in a way I'm cheating. Sit back, sit back, sit back. When you sit on the chair, if you're sitting tall, you want your feet flat on the floor, and my feet don't touch. That's what tells me it's too tall. That's why handicap toilets are a lot higher than regular ones, so it's easier for people with limitations to get up and down. Awesome job. Okay, from here, we're going to switch to the ball. So I'm going to have Demi come out and demonstrate on the ball. Nope, on the chair. And I'm going to demonstrate on the ball. I want to have a ball. So how do you tell the ball is the right size for you? When you're sitting on the ball, most of us will sit with our feet apart. If you look from the side, you want your hips to be the same height as your knee or a little higher. You don't want to be sitting in a hole. to start with, and you can do this gently in the chair. Let me turn your chair the other way. Good. So we're going to tip our pelvis. The idea, if you're on the ball, you can hold on to the ball, and please make sure that you're close to something behind you, like a couch or a chair or a base. You can catch yourself if you start to fall side to side or forward. You have no recovery going backwards. So please do not fall off the ball. So from this position, if you're on the ball, you're going to roll the ball under and back. And if you look at my lower pelvis, tucking it under and back. And if you're in the chair, sit back just a little bit and then lift back up. Tuck under and extend. Good job. Tuck under and extend. And if this is the first time you've done this, it will be tough and you're thinking, wow, my body doesn't move well that way. It'll get better. One more, tuck under and back to the center. Awesome. Now I want you to rock side to side so you can stay in your chair that way. On the ball, you're going to actually move your hips side to side. What will tend to happen is this with your shoulders. I want you to think about cutting yourself at the waist and moving only your lower body. So my upper body stays as still as possible. And what I'm doing is activating the muscles, quadratus laborum across the back, transverse abdominis, obliques, rectus abdominis, all the muscles in your core. And now I want you to circle the ball if you're on the ball. If you're in the chair, shift your weight to the side, tuck under to the back, to the other side, and lift up and curl. It may be a very small motion for you. Let's do 3 gently in one direction, and now we're going to go the other way. So those of you that have a ball, please join in with your ball. If you don't have a ball and you're interested in getting one, they're pretty reasonable on Amazon. And I can help you determine the height of the ball. Okay, now come back to the center. Those of you in the chair, I'm going to have you lift a foot, set it down, lift a foot, set it down. Those of you that are on the ball, you want your thighs touching the ball, and I want you to gently bounce. If you're too aggressive on the ball and you start bouncing, see what happens when you do that? Okay. When you leave the ball, it leaves you. Not a real good plan. Good. Excellent. And rest. This I could do all day, but I can't read. It gives me, it makes me car sick, motion sick. Okay, now for everybody, we're going to do what Demi was doing. If you're on the ball, this is going to be a tough activity. So I want you to either hold the ball or hold on to a chair. We're going to sit nice and tall. I'm going to do it this way so I don't kick Demi. So she's a little feisty today. Okay, so now, hands by your side. If you feel this in your low back, you need to modify the motion. Tighten, pull your belly button to your spine, lift a foot, set it down. No more than 3 to 4 inches. Alternating which foot you lift up and down. And you will probably wobble on the ball. It's okay, you're activating new muscle fibers. One more. And go back to bouncing. Excellent. If you're in the chair, you can do the same activity, which is next, and that is to extend the time that you're pulling on the center of gravity and extend the pull. So if you're on the ball or in the chair, you can hold on to the chair to support your back or the ball, Lift just an inch or two, extend the leg, bring it back in and set it down. Lift, extend, in, and down. And you can tell I'm wobbling. It's been a while. Extend, in, down, lift, extend, in, down, lift, out, in, down. Everybody tightening through the lower abdominal region. Lift, out, in, down, lift, out, in, and down. And now go back to rocking forward and back on that ball, rolling it forward and back. If you're in the chair and you could feel anything in the small of your back, scoot about halfway back on the chair, bring one knee up, and round the back, stretching through the small of your back. If you're on the ball, you may not want to do that. If you're on the ball or in the chair, another way to stretch through the small of your back is to put your hands on your thighs and round by tipping your chin to your chest, going to the point where your head stays above your heart and holding that position. Try not to hold your breath. And now, as if you're uncurling one vertebrae at a time, gently push back, uncurling from the base of your tailbone up, one vertebrae at a time, up to the neutral position. Excellent. So if you have a partner at home, or if there's somebody there at home that can touch you, sorry, it sounds so funny when I say it. Demi, I'm going to have you do this for me. Stand behind the person with the ball. And you can do this in a chair also. Have them put their hands on your shoulders. Good. And so now we're going to pretend that I can't see. I'm going to close my eyes one way or the other, by myself or with help. And pardon me. Yeah, that's not a corona cough. But I have been told, and you all know I'm not quite appropriate, that we used to cough to cover up a fart. Now we fart to cover up the sound of a cough. So I'll leave that option up to you. All right, so here we go. What I want to do is learn how to stabilize my body. The best way to start is when you're seated. So I'm going to say to Demi, push me forward gently, and I am going to stabilize. I don't want her to make me move. Now, gently pull me back, because remember, we don't have much recourse this way. Good, and release. Now, push with your left hand. Yep, she's trying to move me sideways. You can, and now with your right hand. Good. Do it once with your eyes open, and then if you trust the person, then they can move you around, eyes open first without telling you, then eyes closed. So I'm going to demonstrate. The idea is not to move with them, it's to stabilize. So I'm going to close my eyes. Go ahead, Demi. Okay, open your eyes. That's an activity to try when you're at home. Okay, let's finish by doing some more standing on one leg at a time. Each week I'm going to add a few more activities to the balance. And I had suggested to all of you to look and see if you have a bath mat. So next Wednesday, I'm going to bring a half foam roller. I want you to use any kind of bath mat that has a rubber backing. We're going to roll it up so we can stand on an uneven surface. Okay, so I've had a ball today and now it's gone. And I'm going to come back to the chair. Thank you. And here we go. This is a lot like the tree pose in yoga. You're going to shift your weight to your left leg, keeping that knee soft, and pick up the right leg. When you're steady, you can let go. If not, hold on. You're still building strength in that leg, and the balance will come. So from here, let's distract you by extending, 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 extending. This is 5. We're going for 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Shift the weight now. You can change sides or come closer to the chair. Shift your weight to your right foot. Find that balance point. Pick up that left foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Okay. Now, roll your feet forward and back to stretch out the bottoms of your feet. Head position is very important. So, I want you to stand with your feet hip-width apart. Look side to side. Knees are soft, feet are flat. Does that affect your balance? Look down with your eyes. Tip your chin down without bending your back. And neutral. As you look up, just lift the chin gently. Don't crank your head back. Gaze toward the ceiling and see if that affects your balance. If not, if it does, stay with that and hold on. It will get better. If it doesn't affect your balance, then I want you now to stand in a staggered stance, and it'll look like this. Feet are fairly close together. You're going to lift up on the balls of your feet. Now, Demi does this in the strength class. Now, touch a chair. I want you to look side to side and see what happens to your balance. I don't know about you, but I'm having trouble stabilizing. And now back to the center. Change feet. Gently lift up onto the balls of your feet and look side to side. If you notice your ankles are wobbling, then we're testing your balance. And back to center. Lower your heels. Roll your feet forward and back. I want to do one more thing, and then make sure you stretch your calves. As we finish, I want you to shift one more time to that left leg. I want you to pick up the right or balance with the ball of your foot on the floor. Touch the chair and close your eyes. And notice what happens when you're balancing on one foot and your eyes are closed. Your ankle may really be wobbling, or you may feel like you're going to fall over. If you do, open your eyes. It will stabilize you. Now, change feet. Shift the weight to that right foot or the other foot. Balance with the ball of your foot or pick the foot up. Hold on to the chair. Close your eyes. Nice, deep breath. Now open your eyes. Awesome. Set the foot down. While I'm talking, calf stretch. One foot in front of the other. It's very important that you practice balance when your body is fresh, not when you're tired. It increases your risk of injury when you're tired. I want 5 to 10 minutes of this every day. And they say within 6 weeks, we can rebuild, change your feet, rebuild the neural pathways and give you back the balance you had when you were a child. But it takes consistency. You're looking good. And bring that foot back to center. Thank you, everyone. If you need a handout, please let me know by sending me an email. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a safe and enjoyable Memorial weekend. We will be back on Tuesday, again, if I don't see you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Happy birthday to you, Demi. And have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.